So it was a busy month for the Mississauga real estate market. Like the prices were up and even the number of homes sold was up. But exactly how busy was it? We're going to get into the stats in just a second. But I think the more important question is this temporary? Like, is this only because the spring is coming up and the rate hikes are on pause? Or is the worst part of the real estate market over? Like, are we on a rebound right now? Maybe you guys can answer down below because I know a lot of smart people watch these videos. So maybe you guys can give me your feedback down below. Like, is the worst part over or is this still to come? Like, is this going to get worse in a couple of months? By the way, if you guys need any help buying or selling, you can reach me at this number, but that is not why you're here. So let's get into the numbers. You can see here, January was the slowest month we've had in a long time. Only 264 homes sold in all of Mississauga. But February took a big jump compared to 264, 388 homes sold. By the way, I'm not going to be comparing like last January, February, and March to what's happening this year because it's not even a fair comparison because what we had last like winter was out of control. We are probably not going to see that anytime soon. So I'm not going to be comparing those anymore because it's a new year, so new stats. But what I will do is I will be comparing to the last 6-7 months. So you can see here, compared to the last 6-7 months, it is still slower than what was happening like, last fall. But compared to January, it is a big jump. So I do know some agents are going to use this as try to kind of create urgency to say, hey, you got to buy now because the market's on a rebound. Whether that's true or not, that remains to be seen. But I think the better way to compare what's happening in the market right now is do a 5-year comparison. Usually I should do 4 years because I thought that was long enough. But 2020 was a bit out of control too. So I'm going to go back to 2019. So number of homes sold in Mississauga on the Toronto Real Estate Board, as I mentioned before, 388 just a couple of days ago, the stats. And compared to 2022, 863. You see, like it's not even a fair comparison. That's why I'm going back 5 years. 2021, even busier. Over 1,000 homes sold. But if you go back to 2019, this seems a bit more realistic, 526, 696. I think per month, that is not bad if you're selling that many homes. So compared to 2019 and 2020, we are still slow. But compared to the last couple of months, it seems like it's recovering. Whether it's seasonal or not remains to be seen. Now let's look at prices. Same thing as before. This is February only, the last 5 years. So by the way, if you guys like this kind of stuff, this takes me a long time to prepare. But I don't mind putting in the work because I think that's part of the job. But if you guys like it, please like and subscribe because it kind of makes my day and it helps the channel. So this is February only, February 2019 all the way to February 2023. A detached home sold for $1.5 million. That is down quite a bit compared to last year. But like I said, it's not even a fair comparison. So let's go back to 2021. Still higher than 2021 prices. And a lot higher than 2020 and 2019 prices. Like $1 million could buy you a detached house in 2019. Now it's up to 1.5. Same thing for freehold townhouses. Freehold townhouses back in 2019, you could get it for less than $700,000. Now that has jumped to $1 million plus. Same thing for condos. Condos were right around the $450,000 mark in 2019, and big jump in 1 year, like $100,000 jump, and then a slight jump, and then another $200,000 jump in 1 year, and now it's down to $612,000. I'm going to get into month by month what's been happening at the end of the video, so I hope you guys stick around for that. Now, like I said before, this is emotional blackmail. This is my puppy. So I'm hoping he can convince you to subscribe because I think about 70% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed. So hopefully my cute puppy will change your mind. Now, why is the market busy all of a sudden? By the way, I'm going to be continuing to provide the stats later in the video, but why is the market busy all of a sudden? Number one, it is not all that busy. It's not like everything's skyrocketing. I'll tell you what's been going on. You are only seeing ads of the successful sales that happen, but not everything is selling in 3-4 days. The only reason those things are selling in 3-4 days are either, number one, the location is awesome. Number two, it's intentionally priced below market value to get multiple offers. And number three is it's a hot property. Like it looks amazing. It looks like a model house inside. So obviously the good product is still selling. But it is not as crazy as some people might have you believe. It is busier than a couple of months ago, but I don't think it's like what we had last year. So three possible reasons why the market might be busy. Well, number one is it's the time of the year. I'll show you a chart in 1 second that shows that the spring, like February, March, April, and May is always busy. And the rate hikes have been paused. You guys probably remember back in January, they said they're going to pause the rate hikes and see how the market reacts. If the market is still booming, they are going to continue the rate hikes. If the market slows down, inflation goes down, then I think they're going to pause it for a little while longer. And the third reason, low supply. A lot of sellers are just sitting put because they're hoping the market recovers. And I don't blame them. Like, why not, right? Like, if you can stay put, why not stay put and just wait till the market goes even higher, maybe in a couple of years, and then sell. So this is the chart showing that, like this number here, like number one, time of the year. So you can see here, I only went back like 5 years, but you can go back as high as, like 50 years. You're going to see the same pattern. The slowest time of the year is always winter. You can see here January of 2019, January of 2020, the slowest point, January of 2021, the slowest point, January of 2022. So the slowest point is always the winter, and then it takes off right around February, March, April. You can see here February, March, April, then it starts coming down in the summertime. Same thing here. This one, obviously, I think we all know what happened in 2020 for that to happen. But in general, like sometimes the spikes are a lot higher than others, the last 2 years especially. But after springtime, it always comes back down. And after springtime, it always comes back down, then it goes back up. So you will start to see this chart take effect this year as well. Now the question is this the new norm? Like, have we hit the rock bottom of the market? I'm going to make another video of us giving both sides, like yes or no. And because I think there is going to be a certain population, they are going to say this is the rock bottom. So you got to get in quick before the prices go back again. And I'm not going to comment on that because, to each his own. But my personal belief, I don't think we are at the bottom. I think because inflation is still, a lot higher than they want it to be. But we'll get into that in another video. Maybe you guys can give me your feedback down below. What do you guys think it is? So let's get into prices right now. As I showed you guys before, you guys probably saw on the thumbnail, prices are up for detached homes. So it's good news if you happen to be a seller. They have been going down ever since I'd say last April, and they were hovering right around the 1.4, 1.45 mark, and the lowest was in January, 1.39. And these are average prices, by the way. Oh, you can see here, average price for a detached house. In February, it went up to 1.5, so that is up quite a bit if you compare it to just last month. Now let's look at freehold townhouses. Same thing as freehold townhouses, not much movement compared to detached houses, but they are right around like the $975,000 mark to $1 million mark. That is for a standard freehold townhouse. And yeah, like right at the $1 million mark for February. And condos don't seem to fluctuate that much as compared to like detached homes. You can see here for the longest time, like I would say for the last 7-8 months, they are hovering right around the $600,000 to $650,000 mark. And last month they were selling for on average $612,000. Now keep in mind, Mississauga has like 20 different markets for condos. So some markets are going to be doing better than others. But on average for the whole of Mississauga, $612,000. And I also want to keep, because you are going to start to see Facebook ads, TikTok ads, even radio ads saying that, hey, this is it. Like, get back on board. The market is booming again. This is the time to buy. You have to be careful because sometimes those can be misleading. But I think the better way to go about it, rather than listen to me, rather than listen to any other ad, I think you guys can do the research yourself. There's 6 stats that you guys want to keep an eye on. I used to say there's 4, but because there's going to be confusion in the market right now, so I'm just expanding the chart. These are the 6 stats you guys want to keep an eye on, whether you're buying or selling. Either way, this is important to know because this tells you which way the market's going. So let's say, for example, the last 3 months, what's been happening. This is how many listings came up each month, new listings. This is how many were on the market every single month. This is important to know. Inventory, like how many months of inventory do we have if nothing else comes up. You can see here they are right around the 2 months, so not much has changed. If anything, it got even worse. It is at 2.2 and it was at 2 months just in January. SNLR, this is sales to new listing ratio. It basically, what you want is, if it's above 60%, it's a seller's market. If it's below 40%, it's a buyer's market. So we are very close to a strong buyer's market right now. So people that are telling you that the booming market is back, they're not showing you this stuff, because there is a small percentage of homes that are selling like in 2 days, 3 days, and multiple offers. But the big difference is the prices are not anything like what we saw last year, and the number of offers are nothing like what we saw last year. So if somebody's getting multiple offers, they might get 5, 6 this year. But if the same house was selling at the same price this year, what they're trying to get this year, they probably have like 50, 60 offers. So that is the difference. So that's something you guys want to keep an eye on. So in terms of sales to new listing ratio, we are very close to a buyer's market. It has actually gone down every single month for the last 3 months. Sale price to list price ratio, we are at about 98%. That means if somebody puts up a listing, expect to pay around 98%. That is not, obviously, it depends property to property, but on average 98%. Days on market, you can see here, like days on market has gone down. So that means things are starting to move a little bit faster than they were during Christmas time. So that is not, that's not rocket science. Everybody knows like December, January are slow. So I think these 6 stats are what you should be studying if you guys are thinking of buying or selling. So for example, if you are buying, what you want is, you want to see this number go up and this number go up. Like you want to see every single number go up except for these two. Like if you're on the buying side, because you want to obviously pay less on the listing, and you want to see this in the 40s or even 30s. I don't think it'll get to 30s, but you want to see this remain in the 40s. You want to see inventory go up. You want to see active listings go up. New listings go up, then you have more choice. If you are on the seller side, you want the opposite, obviously, right? If you are on the seller side, you want to see all these numbers go lower. You want to see this below 1 month if possible, and you want to see this above 60%. This one above 100 if you can get it, obviously. And days on market, you want to see this go lower, maybe like a couple of weeks. So I think these stats, if you guys keep an eye on them every single month, have your agent send you this stuff, because they have all this information. If you don't have an agent, I'm happy to help. So I'll happily send you all this stuff, and I'm not going to try to sell your house. And I think that's about it. That's what I wanted to show you guys for Mississauga. Hope it helps. And if you guys are thinking of buying or selling in Mississauga or anywhere around Mississauga, give me a call. I'll help you out. Thanks. I'll see you. Bye.